Hey there, my name is Chris Acton with Acton Creative, and this is A Handwoven Experience. And in today's episode, I'm going to talk about weaving diamonds. You see, in the category of interesting shapes, it's really hard to top the diamond shape. I think for me, whenever I see handwoven fabric that incorporates diamonds, it just looks richer and more complicated than so many others. It's very enticing, that is for sure. So in today's episode, I'm going to give you some ideas on how you can incorporate diamonds into your next weaving project. So let's start by talking about patterns. Now, we have to kick things off with a conversation about twill. Now, twill is this huge category of patterns that can absolutely lend itself towards making some really beautiful diamond shapes. So if you've done a twill before, you can absolutely create diamonds. Look for patterns named rose path or bird's eye, or even some kind of a modified herringbone. I've seen some beautiful diamonds in that one too. So check out those variations of twill in an effort to create some very stunning diamond shapes in your next project. Now, don't forget things like overshot as well. Overshot can create all the shapes. So keep an eye out for some specific patterns there that could also give you that enticing shape. Now, beyond patterns, let's narrow it down even further. You see, when I think of diamonds, I think of unique threadings, which refers to the way your warp yarns go into the shafts. What is the sequence that they're using when the warp yarns go into the shafts of your loom? Now, point twill is a very obvious answer. If you have a pattern that calls for a point twill threading, there's a very good chance that you can create some beautiful diamonds using that threading. But don't forget an M and W. That's a good one too. Now, don't confuse that with the pattern called M's and O's. An M and W threading, when you look at the draft, looks like an M and a W. You can absolutely create some diamonds with that threading as well. And as you're pondering how to incorporate diamonds into your fabric, don't forget about scale. Do you want a lot of tiny little diamonds that you have to get real close to look at? Do you want some big graphic diamonds throughout your fabric? Somewhere in between. Play with your options there. I mean, imagine this is that you're making this fabric and you actually want to use some inlays to make some really great bold diamonds in the middle of your fabric. There's all kinds of options here, and the sky is really the limit. So look through this kind of checklist of ideas for how to create diamonds in your next project and give it a go. I have a hunch, if you're anything like me, you'll be hooked the second you start to weave some diamonds, because they are really so much fun. So let me know, friends. Have you made some diamonds in your past projects? And what pattern or threading did you use to create those? There's all kinds of options. All right, friends, have a wonderful week. Go play with some diamonds, would you? Happy weaving.